My name is Dakota James Barnes. I started riding dirt bikes when I was 10 years old. I started riding in a little town called Howell, Idaho. The reason I got into riding dirt bikes is because there was nothing else to do in that small town. My first job was moving pipe, so I rode my dirt bike to work. And after that, it was just ride. Used to go into riding gravel pits. When I was real small, we got little bicycles, and we finally, as soon as we took the training wheels off, we would dig jumps. I mean, they were not very big, only like 2-3 feet, but you know, to us, getting off the ground a little bit was a little rush, you know, for our little bodies, little boys like us, just getting an adrenaline rush. But just got bigger and bigger. And as soon as we found dirt bikes, well, we never went back to bicycles. It was always about jumping, always about catching air. Never really gravitated towards the trail riding or hill climbing or anything like that. It was always jumping dirt bikes. Even got to the point when I was 16 years old, I graduated early, or I didn't have classes, the full schedule in school. So I went home and I was welding on a metal ramp. So I built a freestyle ramp when I was 16 years old and took it out to our land and started jumping and learning more and more freestyle tricks. My very favorite out of all the freestyle tricks was the Superman seat grab. I even started to do the Indian air. That was one of my favorites. So from there, that was when I was living in Howe. After that, I moved to Rexburg, where I started to go to college. So you would think that going to college would have slowed me down, but it actually created an opportunity for me to ride even more. My homework probably suffered because of that, but I really enjoyed riding dirt bikes. I struggled with having self-confidence during that period of my life, going to college. I'm introverted by my nature, and going to college was difficult for me. It was difficult to go to parties, go be with people, interact with people, and meet new people. So I lost a lot of confidence when I was doing that, and I needed to recharge my batteries somehow so that I could go back to school and go into these social situations with more confidence. And dirt bikes was the way that I did that. So on my time off, I would load up, go to the sand dunes, and you know, sometimes I would go without friends, by myself. That's kind of stupid to do. But did what I could and did what I needed to do to help myself progress and to feel better and to gain confidence in myself. I'd go out there and little by little, you know, I'd find jumps here and there. And about that time too, when I would do homework, I could only do homework for so long. And I would study for a little bit, then take a 10-minute break. 10 minutes. I would go to YouTube and I'd watch free ride videos. I would watch whip videos. And this was a time where I was transitioning from doing freestyle tricks to just free riding. Once you start getting older, the tricks start to be a little bit for the young crowd. I'm not saying I'm old by any means right now, but I'm not saying I'm old, but I'm not saying I'm young either. But I started to put the tall seat back on my dirt bike and just start doing whips. I really gravitated towards whips and loved doing whips. I mean, you have to be honest, that's probably one of the most funnest things, most creative things, and something that takes the most amount of talent on a dirt bike is doing a good executed whip. And that's what I focus my time on, is doing whips. I remember one time while I was watching YouTube, I was watching X Games, and it was a segment on the best whip. and Jeremy McGrath came on and he started to describe whips of what they are today. Back in the day, you know, where they just whip the tail out and bring it back and land. But today, they're fully inverted and backwards. He said, and this is what caught my attention, he stuck out to me the most, he says, nowadays they'll take off from the ramp and drop that shoulder and let their shoulder drop way down and crank the bike up high. And when I thought of that, I was like, oh yeah, that's sweet. Drop that shoulder. And that kind of stuck in my head. And then I got to this point in my homework where I needed to create a new password for this program. And the thought just came to me, heavy shoulders. I was like, oh, that's a pretty sweet password. No one ever gets that. Plus it's cool. And I thought of heavy shoulders because of what Jeremy McGrath said. When you drop your shoulder, heavy shoulder, when you come off the ramp, and that shoulder just drops down, it means you got a heavy shoulder. So that's the whole idea behind the name of the logo, Heavy Shoulders. But to me, it has a deeper meaning and that logo is imprinted on me a lot more, where it's not just something cool, but for me, when I take that logo with me, the Heavy Shoulders, it helps me to take those experiences that I gained while riding to help me to gain confidence to wherever I go. No matter if I'm in some social situation where I feel uncomfortable, and I have that logo, it gives me confidence. And that's what I want to give to everyone that purchases Heavy Shoulders merchandise, becomes a part of this, is to impart some of that confidence in them. Maybe they feel inferior in some situations and struggle like I did. And I would love to be able to help them and to give them something that they could anchor onto to help them feel confidence in themselves and to go for what they wish and what they desire in their dreams. Because that's what I'm doing with Heavy Shoulders, is trying to go for my dream and help others achieve theirs. And that's the ultimate goal. You know, everyone wants to change the world, right? Well, this is how I changed myself and gained confidence in myself. I'd like to share that with others. And by doing so, the incentive is to give away the Mark 1 KX450. You know, there would be nothing more satisfying to me than to see one of my customers get this and have that in their garage and see them sit on it and marvel at having this nice custom bike. So that's why we offer entries for every $5 that is spent to go towards winning the Mark 1 KX450. And yes, I built that bike with my own hands. I built bike tours since I was 10 years old and love and enjoy it. And I put a lot of passion into this bike, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. I hope that my customers enjoy it. So keep calm and lean on. Go to heavyshoulders.com.